President Biden is finally in Ottawa this week. He is fulfilling a long made promise at the June 2022 Summit of the Americas to visit Canada. And he is the first president to make a visit up to Canada for official state purposes since President Obama did so in 2016. The focus point, as it often is in the Canada-US relationship, is the United States is going to want Canada to spend more on its military and defense. Canada, being a NATO member, is technically beholden to that 2% of GDP spent on defense purposes, but they don't meet that like a lot of other NATO members. So you can expect the United States to push Canada to spend more on a couple of defense-oriented projects. In the Caribbean, the United States has been pushing Canada to be more involved in leading an international effort to assist the Haitian government as it wrangles with a number of political, public health, and security crises that are destabilizing the situation on the ground. On the economic front, Canada and the United States are both party to the U.S. Mexico-Canada Agreement, and you can expect a couple of perennial dispute issues to rise. Of course, softwood lumber, Canadian dairy, but also expect a bit of movement in the digital space, especially in response to a couple of Canadian bills governing online news and online content creation, content streaming, as well as the proposed Canadian digital services tax, which the U.S. Trade Representative has argued would unjustly target American technology companies. One of the big key takeaways from the North American Leaders Summit in January 2023 was a promise for a trilateral semiconductor forum that would happen between Canada, the US, and Mexico in early 2023. Now, that hasn't happened yet, but you can expect a couple of announcements from Canada and the United States to increase capacity for semiconductor testing and assembly and manufacturing on the Canadian side of the border. There's been a leaked agreement between Canada and the United States to close the Roxham Road border crossing, which is situated between Quebec and New York. But time will tell what other further steps Canada and the United States will make to secure the northern border.